Imagiverse Studios presents Tales from the Horrorweb, an audio-only series based on the short stories by Gavin Pryor. Tonight's story is called Galactic Invaders. In the town of Redwater, Pennsylvania, a group of teens discover aliens during a meteor shower. However, they are not as friendly as they thought they would. The town of Redwater, Pennsylvania was preparing for a meteor shower tonight. Lots of spectators were very hyped about this and shared it on social media. Even the students of Redwater High School were getting ready to see the meteor shower. 4 students named Alex, Violet, Max, and Liam were discussing this during their lunch period. "It's cool to see a meteor shower happen," said Violet. "I have never seen one before." "Well," said Liam, "I've seen one before. Trust me, they are very interesting to watch." "You know," said Alex, "I am sort of thinking that if we are lucky, we might get to see an alien." "Really?" said Violet. "I don't think aliens exist. There is just no sign of them yet. If there were aliens, we could be rich." "Yeah," said Alex. "I assume that will be likely. But however, it might be something else that could happen." "Yeah," said Max. "Maybe we could keep it as a pet." "That's cool," said Violet. Alex said, "Yeah, tonight we come here to the park and witness the meteor shower we have been dying to see." "I can't wait to tell my friends on social media about this one," said Violet. When Violet was heading back home, she noticed that some people were heading to the park before sundown. When she got home, she took out her camera from her closet and placed it on the table in her room. After a few hours, she went to the park with her friends. They were sitting on their chairs, waiting for the meteor shower to start. Violet brought out her camera to take pictures of the meteor shower that is going to happen. "I think tonight is the night we get to see the meteor shower," said Alex. "This is my first time seeing it," said Violet. "It feels like I've got to remember this when I go to college. Maybe I should share this with everyone soon." "Not that there is anything wrong with this," said Liam. "I mean, I could be able to witness it and put it on a live stream. But boy, this is something we better keep time for." The meteor shower began an hour later. People were amazed by the meteors flying across the sky. "Whoa," said Violet. "This is so amazing to see. I am pretty sure I want this on FlySpace." Just then, one of the meteors landed on the ground nearby the parks. "What was that?" asked Alex. "That's one of the meteors that landed on Earth," said Liam. "Really?" said Max. "Does this mean we can have our pet alien?" "What?" said Alex. "We were joking about having our own alien. Maybe we should go check it out." "I don't know," said Liam. "I sort of think we should just head home after this." Violet said, "Come on! We can be rich for an incredible discovery." "Well," said Max, "what are we waiting for? Let's go!" They then ran down to the woods to find the meteor shower that had landed on Earth. When they got there, they discovered that it wasn't actually a meteor at all. Instead, it was a spaceship that looked like a UFO. They were very surprised to see this. Violet took a picture of this spaceship that had crash-landed into the Earth. "I think I am going to be rich for this one," said Violet. "Why don't we go inside?" said Max. "Let's not," said Liam. "It will be rude to some aliens, but I do hope that they come in peace." Just then, the spaceship door opened up. The 4 hid behind a nearby rock so that the aliens wouldn't see them. They came out of the spaceship. The aliens had tentacles for feet, and their hands had 3 fingers. They were wearing black and silver uniforms. On their heads, their eyes were pitch black, and their mouths have sharp teeth. Alex said, "Whoa, looks like we are going to be heading on TV for this one." "Yeah," said Violet. "About that, they just might not believe that they do exist." "I am not sure about it," said Liam, "but it looks like they would be friendly." "You know," said Max, I don't think that they look very friendly at all. The deer came nearby and saw the aliens. They took out a laser pistol and aimed it at the deer. When they shot the deer, it was stunned to death. They took it back to their spaceship. Alex was not sure what they were going to do with that deer, but it looked suspicious, as it seems. Alex, Max, Liam, and Violet then ran back to the park and grabbed their stuff to put in the car. "We need to get away from these aliens as far as possible," said Liam. "Wait," said Max. "The town. What about these innocent people?" "Oh, right," said Liam. "We're gonna need to fight back against those aliens." "We just might need to come prepared with some weapons," said Violet. Meanwhile, at a drugstore, an alien was just hiding in one of the aisles, ready to stun someone. A man who was wearing a blue and white striped shirt, jeans, red shoes, and a blue studded jacket came in and got himself 2 cans of deodorant. The alien then blasted his ray gun at the man. He was frozen. The alien took him to the spaceship that was in the woods. Meanwhile, back with the 4, they were in Alex's house getting ready for a battle against the aliens. "Should we call the cops?" asked Liam. "And tell them that aliens are taking over the world?" said Max. "No way!" "Yeah," said Violet. "All we need to do is to get back on the spaceship and destroy the aliens." "All right," said Max. "The world is depending on us." They then hopped in the car and drove to the woods. When they got there, they saw a bunch of aliens gathering around the spaceship with the humans that were stunned. Some of them were spectators of the meteor shower. They went inside the spaceship without the aliens noticing. When they got inside, they could see the test tubes with some humans inside. Some of the tubes were empty. One who was awake was the person holding 2 cans of deodorant. "Oh man," said Max, "I never saw anything like this." The aliens noticed that they were inside and blasted them with a pistol. Luckily, the 4 missed their lasers. They ran to each test tube and freed the humans. They ran out of the spaceship and got them to safety. When they got to the park where they had watched the meteor shower go by, the aliens were waiting for them and aimed their ray guns. "Any more ideas to stop the aliens?" Max said. "Nope," said Violet. "Not yet." "I have," said Alex. Liam looked around and realized that their town was being seized by a group of aliens. They were destroying and killing people with their laser guns. Some UFOs even grabbed the cows and placed them in their spaceship. People were panicking, and they were trying to get away from danger. Max then ran to the aliens, grabbed one of their ray guns, and fired at one of them. The alien exploded when it was hit by the laser. "Good thinking," said Alex. "Maybe the lasers are the only weakness." Violet tried this out and aimed a laser pointer at the alien. When the laser hit it, it exploded. "Great," said Violet. "We can use lasers to blast the aliens into pieces." It was then that everyone in this whole town got their laser ray guns, which they stole from the aliens and shot them. They exploded with each hit they took. It soon became a whole fight between humans and aliens. After a few moments, the humans were victorious and had won. They threw a celebration for their victory. "Can't you believe that the aliens have lost and we won?" said Max. "I guess it is bad to keep them as pets." "Yeah," said Alex. "But some of them are actually friendly, but we may never know." "I've decided not to post anything about aliens on social media," said Violet. "I should just share the meteor shower event we have instead." It looks like the alien invasion is over, but little did they know that one alien was still alive somewhere and looking for humans to hunt down.